Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. I didn't get a video up yesterday. I meant to, but I just I tried. I tried 6 times to make a video, and things kept happening, and I had to abandon it. But I got stuff to talk about. Okay, so first off, uh, I did a I did a contest the other day called Guess the Mystery Dip, and the winner was Garrett G59. Um, he guessed kayak fine cut natural. Um, oh yeah, so Garrett, I'm gonna leave my email address in the account in the description. I want you to send me a mailing address. This is a rough facsimile of the belt. This is gonna be a little wrestling belt. I'm gonna send you. It says Mystery Dip, Garrett G59, Mystery Dip Boss, and there'll be more stuff on it. And this is just a rough facsimile. So hit me up with your mailing address if you choose. But I got some other comments on that video too. Aaron's Reviews and More said, you go out and get yourself a can of Skoal crisp blend like I told you yet. Aaron, it's ARRAN. He's a Canadian dip reviewer, and I think he reviews other stuff too. And no, I didn't. I haven't. I'm trying to use up all these little bits of like weird dips I have because I don't want to spend $30 on a can of dip right now. Polypaul08. I just finished watching one of his videos. If you like cool piano music, go check out Polypaul08 because yeah, he runs it. He does vlogs and he plays piano mostly, and it's all beautiful. And he said, "Congrats on the pen holder." Let's see if I can do it. I washed my beard last night, so let's see if that'll do it. Yeah, the pen holder. Thanks, Paul. Someone named Stone Gare, who I've never heard a comment from, but he's obviously been paying attention to my channel. So cheers, Stone Gare. Thanks for watching. And he said, Skoal fine cut wintergreen, LOL. Because I love Skoal fine cut wintergreen, and I'm often dipping it here. Then we have the winning answer, kayak fine cut natural from Garrett. Kurt Ulrich left quite a long comment, so I'm not going to read it all. But he said he was late to the party, so he saw the right answer. He couldn't fib and say that he guessed it. So there you go. But thanks for commenting and thanks for watching, Kurt. You're always awesome. Always awesome to hear from Kurt. My old friend, Real Talk Studios, said Grizzly Fine Cut Natural, and that's a pretty good guess because I had been recently dipping a can of that. Elder Dilder said it's Skoal Fine Cut Wintergreen, also another good guess. And Bone Daddy commented more on my tablet. I won't read his comment, but all I'm going to say is expect some fire from the Bone Daddy's shack. I know he's got something cooking up, and I don't know if the world's even ready for whatever new thing Bone Daddy's cooking up in his shack, because it's amazing. And yeah, so that was all that. Um, so that's pretty cool. Um, so I almost got in a fight yesterday. I was I went downtown. I took my monthly trip downtown to the bank, and it was like everything was back to normal. You know, like the streets were crowded. Bunches of people walking, talking together. I was like wearing a bandana around my face, like you know, and I was wearing a bandana around my face. I was totally social distancing, like going out of the way to get out of the way, you know, and taking little shortcuts I knew and stuff, you know, and I had like bandana on my face like this the whole time, and nobody, it drove my anxiety through the roof, people, and so anyhow, I did my banking, it was all good. I came back home, and the Dollarama is like right around the corner from me, right? So I thought, okay, I really need a couple things from Dollarama, which I did. So I went into the Dollarama, and you know, Dollarama is great for social distancing. They have like the guy at the door opening the door for you. There's guys sanitizing carts. There's markers on the floor to stand. So you know you're 6 feet from somebody or whatever. The aisles are all up like one way, up one, down one, up one, down one. You know, it's good for that. So I got all my stuff, and I had to pick up a couple food items. So the food items, you got to go up the food aisle and then turn around and go up or go back down the kids' toys aisle to get to the cashier, right? So I was at the end of the kids' toys aisle, and there was this couple, and they were like debating on what color of something to get for their kids, and you know, I was standing on the social distancing spot. I was just waiting. I didn't say a word to them, okay? Just waiting politely, you know. And then the guy turns around and he's like, "Hey, what are you looking at?" You know? And I'm like, "I'm just waiting for you to give me some space." And he's like, "Oh, you're one of those COVID retards, eh?" And that's what we do now. That's where we're at in this pandemic. But I just said I just need some space so I can get around you. And they could have easily gone up the food aisle, you know, just for a second so I could get past. So the guy like scooches forward. He was like kneeling down. He scooches forward like a foot, and he's like, "Okay, there's some room." And I'm like, "No, I want some like I want to be able to get by you with my cart, you know." And now, okay, I'm gonna give you a visual. The guy was dressed like GI Joe. He had camo boots, camo or like army boots, camo pants, a T-shirt with some like American slogan on it that was all camo. Had like a little drill instructor's cap with like U.S. Air Force or U.S. Marines or something on it, like total faker. And he was built, like he was really built. You know, he could have probably whooped me, but anyhow, so he's like, "How much fucking room do you need?" And I'm like, I was getting kind of like angry because I was really anxious, right? So I'm like, I just give me some space. And he's like, "Oh, you fucking COVID retard, you fucking punk, you fucking goof, you fucking bitch," you know? And those are fighting words here in Canada, you know? And so I said, "Fuck off, buddy." And he looks at me because he thinks he's all fucking gonna be the man because he's dressed like GI Joe, I guess. And he looks at me and he's like, "What'd you say to me?" And I looked him right in the eyes and I was like, "Fuck off, buddy." And he was like, and then they moved up the aisle a bit, and I got by, and and he was like, "Oh, yeah, nice language, buddy." And I'm like, "You fuck off, you fucking goof," And I walked up to pay for my shit. And now they were behind me a fair bit. They were like, I paid for my stuff. They were in the aisle or in the line behind me, but the guy was like, I was looking at the guy, and he was just doing everything to avoid looking at me, right? So then I went outside, and I thought, okay, I'm outside now. They're gonna be outside soon. I'm fair game. I'm not. If the guy wants to fucking bump a fade, I'll fucking fight the guy. Win, lose or draw. And I wasn't gonna back down from him because he was dressed like GI Joe. That's my point. And so anyway, I got across the parking lot fine, and I crossed the road, right? And as soon as I had crossed the road to the other corner, he whips up in his car to the farthest, like as close, like in the Dollarama parking lot, so he can yell at me from across the street. He's like, "Hey, you fucking punk, you fucking goof, you fucking bitch." So I just turned around and I started saying the same back to him. I'm like, "You're the fucking punk, buddy. You're the fucking goof. You're the fucking." And he's like, "I'm gonna see you around." And I'm like, "I'm standing right here, buddy. You can come get me right now." And I kind of took a step forward, right? And I'm like, yeah, and I was just firing off on him too. You're a fucking punk, you're a fucking goof, you're a fucking bitch, blah blah blah. And it was all kind of like rah 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 rah, But as soon as he figured out I wasn't backing down, and I said, yeah, it was like right when I said, I'm here right now if you want to fucking fight. And he drove off really fast. So I guess I won. I don't know. It was kind of intense, but I had so much anxiety and adrenaline going through me from the anxiety that I was already in kind of like anger mode. Like I don't get angry very often, and when I got angry at him in the store, it was a side of me people never see, you know. But it was funny. Um, yeah, so it's pretty crazy. It's a pretty crazy world out there right now. This seems like the USA is burning. Um, I don't want to talk on that though. I don't get political here. Um, but God bless you all, and I hope wherever you are, I hope you're safe. I hope you're, I hope you're safe, and you're doing well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.